or what are your
What
thoughts?
my thoughts are that this massive filing that has occurred already and continue, and it looks like it's going to continue on, is a issue that I think crept up on the patent offices around the world and people using other patent systems because it's unprecedented. Just the sheer numbers of filings. And yes, you can argue, well, maybe many of them really aren't enforceable on their best day because they're clearly in the prior art, but they're still out there. And there's a lot of implications of this. It's not just a prior art issue, but it's also an issue, Gene, of if you enter China, and what patents are going to be asserted against you by your competitors in China in the Chinese courts. I mean, it's not just a one-way street where you're trying to protect your product in China using your new Chinese portfolio, but you could find yourself on the receiving end, and this, by the way, is predicted by a lot of leading Chinese lawyers, by the way. You could be on the receiving end of a massive counterattack with all of these patents that have been filed as the basis for that counterattack by the Chinese competitor. So the language barrier is huge for most companies. They don't have people that speak Mandarin. I know in our law firm, we've got 6 or 7 that speak Mandarin, but even still, I think the patent offices are woefully equipped to deal with this issue. And machine learning is one thing, machine translation is one thing, but the idea of understanding what's really going on in China is something that I think the other patent offices are scrambling at the highest levels to get on top of, because think about it, Gene, if you have 50% of the filings globally are in China, how does a global patent system effectively work if you're not searching 50% of the filings that are taking place?